Coucou les amis!
Coucou les amis, c'est
C'est
Mango.
and strawberry.
We're back, guys. We're back. Sorry for the little delay, but your
Oh,
favorite girlies have returned
we are back with a pretty big subject again.
because apparently that's all we love: deep conversations.
Yes. And this one is basically about life in the US that we have now and the stereotypes about our life in the US. So the differences culturally, socially, professionally that we observed during our stay. So I'm French, and I've been in France like since I was born, basically. I've been living in the US since 2023. So we have kind of a unique perspective. Um, Mango, also, I will let you introduce where you're from and how long you've been in the US.
Thank you. I am Congolese. There's two Congo. I'm from the better one. Uh, just living it there. And so, and I was born and raised in the Congo, and I've been in the United States like since 2018.
Mhm. So, for example, the social and like the culture, the social interactions and like the politeness
Mhm.
of people in the US. The first thing that um, surprised me the most is like the when people ask you like, "Hi, how are you?" Like with that tone, you know.
It is annoying.
It is, and it's like I feel like in the US you can never have like real friends. It's like friendly, but not
Mhm.
having friends though.
See, I will say I'm now guilty of doing that. Like the hi, how are you? When
Oh
I'm
my god.
working. No, when I'm working.
Yeah.
At work, I am mostly the hi, how are you kind of girl. Like with patients, with coworker, because sometimes it's just easier.
Yeah, but I understand because it's like the work
Mhm.
environment, which is like very different from, for example, going out or being with your friends outside and you meet someone that you don't know. But for example, your friends know that person and they will be like, "Hi, how are you? So nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah." They will go on and on and on and on. And at the end, you will never know the people, you know.
I've been in that situation, and this is what crossed my mind when that happened. Who are you, and what have you done to the person I think I knew?
Yeah.
Like, where is that overly sweet, honeyed personality coming from?
Yes, but the thing is that the people like in the US, they will have like deep conversation right away. And the opposite happens in France or Congo
Mm-hmm.
because the initials like interaction will be more formal, reserved, and you will not talk about basically deep subjects. And to talk about that, you will need like a deeper connection.
Everybody will get the access
Yeah,
to that part of your life. People have access to each other's lives very quickly.
yeah, right away.
Yeah, it's something I don't know how I feel about that. Like it allows them to create not necessarily friendship with a strong foundation, but a connection to maybe stay in contact.
Yeah,
Like we are not friends, and then people call it friendship.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And for example, I think that the thing that American will see as rudeness is us being very direct, and that can sometimes be mistaken for rudeness by Americans, which is not true. You just like straight to the point and very direct, and that's okay. But they will say, "Oh, you're so rude." I had that a lot of time.
Back in high school, I was called mean so many times, but it
You're
was
just a mean
mostly
girl.
I am a mean girl, but it's mostly the way. I will speak,
Yeah.
where I will just tell you, look, I am I will say this, a lot of American friendship, this is what they expect you to do. Have my back no matter what. If I am wrong, still have my back.
Yeah.
I get that. I will have your back in front of people. When the door closed and the people go, I'll be like, first of all, you were so wrong. Like, I try to be a polite friend, a good friend, a supportive friend. But now I have to be a real friend
Yeah.
and tell you this was wrong and this was inappropriate and you should apologize to that person.
Yep. So I have the same behavior. I will support that person, and at the end I will be like, you went too far on that.
But they don't want that part.
No.
They don't want that private moment
Yeah.
of honesty. Otherwise, you can be considered mean and rude. I will say one thing that I've adopted is depending on who I'm interacting with, I will always say, I'm sorry for if I'm being rude.
Yeah.
Because I always feel like, okay, if I'm about to be overly honest or
Yeah. There is that, and I agree with you. I had a friend, which is not when you think about it. But
a
yeah.
lemon is a friend that's not a friend.
Okay. So I had a lemon, and I was being sarcastic. That's part of my personality. I'm a very
Mm-hmm.
sarcastic person, and when I'm being sarcastic, it's not that I'm trying to say something that I mean, you know, and I'm trying to be sarcastic to say something to you. No, if I want to say something to you, I will say it straight to your face, and that's okay. When I'm being sarcastic, that's just like part of my jokes, my humor.
Mm-hmm.
And most Americans will not understand my sarcasm. They will say, "What? Are you okay?" Or "You really mean that when you said that to me?" And I'm like, "Oh my god." So every time that I'm being sarcastic, I'm like, "By the way, it's a joke." If I'm saying something that is like you think is rude, uh and even if it's like sarcasm, I don't want to hurt the feelings of the people. Though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm always saying that's a joke, or if I see the face of the person changing, and I will be like, oh, I went too far on my jokes, that's okay, because I know, and that's okay if you don't like that type of jokes, and I will apologize for it.
Reading social cues,
Yeah.
a big thing. I will be honest, a big thing. Where sometimes I feel like nobody can read social cues here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something very weird. I used to be an overthinker from the get go,
Mm-hmm.
but America made it worse.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The amount of time I am now the kind of person who rehearse everything I'm about to say.
And now you do
And
that.
then if I say something and I saw somebody's face change, it is haunting me for the rest of my day, being like, did I say something wrong? To the point where I will reach out to you
Yeah,
and
I get
say,
that.
hey, I'm so sorry. I was joking earlier. I hope I didn't offend you. Because now I'm afraid that what I'm saying is being misinterpreted.
Yeah, that happened, and that's not a very comfortable situation. And I was like, oh my god, I hope this person did not take that wrong. And the next
Mm-hmm.
day I will be like, because I know I will see the person, or if it's like too much on me, I will text the person like, hey, I'm sorry, by the way, I didn't mean to be rude or like mean. And the next day I will again apologize to the person because I know I will see her.
I know that sometimes I come off as someone who doesn't care. Like my face and what I say don't match. Eh, and I am well aware of that.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to just be like, okay, let me apologize or let me try to do this because there are days where you don't want to be around people. Your face doesn't match your energy. Throughout high school, college, it was always a thing where depending on how I woke up, people would be like, Are you okay today? Now I'm very self-aware of what are people seeing.
Okay, yeah, I see. But the thing is, for example, I am not a morning person. All the people that really know me, they know that about me. You don't talk to me like the first 30 minutes when I wake when I wake up.
That is a true fact, guys.
And and that's okay when you know me, but I will not like if the person doesn't know, it's okay, and I will tell that person, okay, let me have some time for me. I need to wake up properly because I will be in a bad mood and I don't want to be rude to that person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like trying to say that out loud, like saying, I'm not a morning person, don't talk to me in the morning, basically.
That is a true thing where the reason I wake up so early in the morning before work, it's
I could
so
never.
I have that time
Yeah.
to get over my I don't want to talk to anybody,
Okay, yeah.
so that by the time I'm at work, I am jumping in, I'm bubbly, I'm happy, I am talking.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this will be me.
Too bad you cannot see her face because this is pretty good. Or the French expression, tu t'es levé du pied gauche?
Non, non. Tous les jours, je sens du lit avec mon pied droit.
Mais laisse-moi tranquille. New
Oh
expression
god, exactly. Which we should translate. It means to wake up on the wrong side
on
with your
the
left foot,
yeah,
like getting out of bed with your left foot, meaning your day is kind of going
bad.
a wire. I'm gonna give one example about politeness that shocked, like it really disturbed me when I first moved here. I walked into my I started high school walking to my math class. Well, God forbid to for that to ever happen again in my life, but I have never looked at a group of students disrespect a teacher the way they did,
Really?
by the way they spoke. Someone gave told the teacher the F word.
What?
I'm sitting down and I'm like, I don't know which universe I've just landed on,
The
but
multiverse.
but I do not want to be here. I remember going home that day, my mind blown.
Oh no, I understand. That is like very disrespectful. No, that's I think that's even worse than disrespect.
Blown. My mind blown. I every time I think about that time of my life, I sit down and say, somebody give me a context, an explanation.
Yeah.
Because how do you even arrive to being so disrespectful to somebody?
And that's the I think that's also the issue with the parents. Because in France or in Congo, we have like the very like idea of like the family and the respect of the parents and the respect of your elders, like the grandparents, the uncles, the aunts, and everything. Like the extended family, not
Mhm.
only your parents. In the US, you have the idea of like a nuclear family with your parents and the kids or the kid. But I feel like there is not the same it's not I feel there is not the same education, and
Mhm.
they have everything when they want something. And I'm like, that's okay. I mean, if you have the money to do it and if you want to do it, that's okay. But at the same time, where are the values that you're going to
Mhm.
give to your kid?
Just because you can do something doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah.
There is this big idea of, like, a lot of people either grew up with that idea or developed it from somewhere else, where respect has to be earned. And I'm like, First of all, a teacher earned that respect the second they earned their degree.
Yeah.
One, your parents earned respect from you the second they became your parents. Any adults earned respect from you because they are adults.
Well, I'll say something about that though.
Respect is acknowledging that I have to be polite to this person and treat them the right way. Politeness doesn't cost you anything.
No, I agree.
At least for me, it's like I may not like you, I may not agree with who you are, what you do, your values, and whatnot. I am still going to treat you with like decent
Respect.
respect and then moving on with my life. As long as that doesn't affect me
Mm-hmm.
as an individual, like your actions, then I'm fine.
Yeah. But I kind of agree and disagree. I agree that the elders, the parents, you should respect them. Though, even if you're an adult, for example, an adult saying something disrespectful to a kid, most of the time the kid will not say anything because they are they fear to be disrespectful to that adult. Though I think that saying to that adult, "You're not respecting me," saying that, and the adult most of the time will say, "But I'm an adult. You have to respect me." No, I don't
Mm-hmm.
have to respect you. If you do not respect me, you also have like there is like boundaries about respect. If for example you have someone that is like so disrespectful to you, I will not be disrespectful, but I will say to that person that this respect is earned even if you are an adult.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not because you are an adult and you're like 40, 50, whatever, 60, 70, that you should be allowed to disrespect me because I'm younger than you, though.
Okay. I see that because in my mind, I'm talking on the level that everybody treats each other the right way.
That happened to me.
I also feel like from my own character, I wouldn't be that person though. I won't have the courage to do that. Like look at somebody and say, you're not respecting me because usually I just decide that okay, given that you're not showing me respect,
Yeah.
I'm just not cutting you out of my life, but reducing interaction as much as possible with you. That way, I have protected myself from a situation of disrespect and also kept me from ruining my own value and character
Okay,
by
yeah.
disrespecting you in return.
No, I understand that, but no, I told that person. He
No,
was
no,
like,
you need to teach me confidence. That's what you need to teach me.
I think it's not about confidence, it's about knowing your value and that you cannot be disrespected because someone decided to. Because I'm not a disrespectful person. On the contrary, I'm very respectful. Um, and even like for example, when I'm debating something and we disagree on something, I will always be respectful. That person was not very respectful and said to me, "Well, I'm 60 years
You should
old,"
have you should have been like, and so
and I told him, "So what?
no,
You're
I yeah.
60," and he was like, "You know nothing about life." And I was like, you know that knowledge about life are based on experiences, not your
Mm-hmm.
age. I can be like 2020 and live like more difficult experiences than
Then
a
you.
60 years old.
Yeah.
And it was like, now you're disrespecting me. And I'm like, no, I'm just telling you the truth. Respectfully.
No, I totally I just want to do what I'm supposed to do. You do what you're supposed to do. Let's interact as little as possible.
No, I get that. I mean, like I told you,
Uh,
when I was younger, I was very shy and introverted,
you?
and I was not able to speak for myself. And at some point, I think
Mm,
I had like a switch in my brain, and I was like, no, I cannot take that anymore, and I'm going to say the truth to the people.
no, I don't think I ever had the even the strength to be like, okay, this is not gonna be tolerated. It's not something that was put into my head, and I
Yeah.
I think I've been trying to get better at that without the conflict because I am so not a conflict person.
But the thing is, it's not conflict. When you're saying that respectfully, peacefully, you know that if there is like something going wrong with that conversation, it's not your fault. So people will always say, I don't like conflict, that's why I did not talk to you, for example. And I think that's BS.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't like conflict, so you don't talk to me?
I will rather act in a diplomatic way instead of, because I'll look at you and say, okay, what is worth my time? Trying to drill into you something that you won't understand, or finding a way to work around you. I don't know if that even makes sense.
No, I understand. But for me, I think it's still important to say to that person, I heard you, you disrespected me. I do not agree with the way you talk to me. If that happens again, no,
Do you
thank
want to
you.
come to my job?
Okay. You can learn to do that also.
Ah.
No, really.
I think I've had too many of those situations and let them go, and not because it's like I'm afraid, but also because I'm just like, I if I can work around it, then I'm okay. If I can't work around it, that's when I have bigger problems. I will not tolerate it.
Okay, I see. And also, I think that that emphasize the difference in like the work environment in the US.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the US, you have like the culture of productivity, efficiency. You mix and match your work life and personal life. You can talk about your personal life at work, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Also, you network, so you have like the importance of networking in the US is like huge.
It's everything.
Yeah,
You can't know somebody without them being able to give you something back.
and the difference between like France or in Congo is that you have your work life, you have your personal life. Well, depends on where you're working, but but you have also like a hierarchy, and the I think that the communication is like more direct.
Yes.
So that's why I'm giving you like the link between what you said about not being able to say that to your coworkers, for example, and France or Congo, where you will say, "Well, I do not agree with you. We can talk about it, or can we talk about something that happened?"
Yes.
Without drama. I hate that.
People are complicated. I would say culture culture and upbringing play a big role in how an individual turns out. Whether it's the work ethics or politeness, how they integrate in the society,
How
family
they
and
respond
community.
to the society, how they
E-
respond to the society, also.
exactly. Like a lot of people, I think, don't understand that society is not home.
Yeah, everyone has their own experiences on
Yep.
life. Um, so it's okay to disagree, but most of the time people would say that disagreement is part of conflict, which I do not agree with.
Fear that most people have the same experience because going back to how you were brought up at home,
Yeah,
if whenever you were younger, whenever you threw a tantrum, your parent will give in, people around you will try to comfort you. Like if somebody disagree with you, they'll be like, you are right, you were right, you know this, right? Nobody's actually teaching you that it's okay to not agree with each other.
yeah,
Nobody's
and
teaching you that people will come in and will say, well, I don't believe in that.
and still that's okay.
And it's okay. And I've had to learn that I can disagree with you and we can still get along.
Yeah. I mean, if everyone in the world was were sharing the same opinions, like the same things, we were just being like robots, and it would be so weird.
But that's what people like.
I don't like that. I like to have conversation, debate.
People love when they are surrounded by others like them. How much like you do you want somebody to be? Do you want a full reflection of yourself, or do you want like-minded people? You share things like beliefs and values, but you don't necessarily agree on
Yeah,
everything
all
happening
the
in the
time.
world.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm number two. I want like-minded people, but that doesn't mean we're gonna agree on everything.
Hmm.
That's that easy. Like the world just needs to, well, not the world. The rest of the world is doing fine.
Yeah. You get the best of both worlds.
Eh, you know, the best of one, half of the best of the other.
Yeah.
Eventually, it makes the whole pie.
Yeah. Um.
Speaking of pie,
Ooh.
we should talk about food.
Oh my god. I mean, France, Congo. Okay. The meal time is like sacred. Okay.
Yes,
It's like there is not only it's not only about food or getting food into your system. It's like there is like a social aspect of that.
it's connection.
Yeah. It's like family time, it's whatever time, grandparents' time,
Friends,
friends'
all you care.
time, and you want to eat also like more fresh local ingredients. You well, lunch is kind of different because most of the time people are walking in, so they're eating in between work. So we'll still take time to lunch though, like an hour or two. Some people. Um, in the US, I feel like everything has to be quick. And
Even your mealtime include being productive on a certain level.
yeah, yeah,
Either it's your, this is the time I get to like relax and watch a show. I'm like, so your eating time is your watch show time. Good. Moving on. Like because it's different if it's like you live alone and you're not
hmm,
having lunch with somebody else. You're not gonna sit in silence eating your meal.
no, I agree. Yeah,
But if you have a whole family, but you set up the TV on for the kids and then you eat,
then it's not family time. Like we understand it, like we used to do. Like for example,
yeah.
my when I was younger, every Sunday was at my grandmother's house. We were
Ah,
eating together, and my grandmother was cooking for like 15 people, and just like gathering, talking, and it was just great. And with my mother, when we were having dinner, it was always like no TVs and just like talking about everything and nothing, talking about our day at school, her day at work, and just like sharing what happened during our day. And I think it's like a good way to spend time with your family because it's not only, I don't think that family time should be only on vacation, or like, oh, she's going to play baseball this weekend, let's go. Like family
no.
time. That's not it.
Even now, like life when we moved here was kind of crazy, and me and my everybody in the family may have like their schedule all over the place. But I think even with my siblings, we will always try to be like, okay, this person is not here. We're gonna wait for you to get home so we can eat.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
sometimes I can eat, but then I'll sit with you while you eat.
exactly. We
Like
we did the same thing.
I'm gonna be there eating. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, you know what? I might have a plate of fruit or something, but you're not eating alone. Like, unless I really can't,
Yeah.
we're gonna sit together and I'll be there and we'll talk and we'll laugh. Like, even now when I go home and my sister is there, my mom is there, now eating in the kitchen, my mom is like cooking or trying to get things together, and we're just talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it.
Even when like I'm preparing like food, like the dinner, or my mother is preparing the dinner, my sister, whatever, we're always like gathering in the kitchen. And even
Exactly.
if the one person is cooking the whole meal, we'll help like prep the vegetables or whatever.
Clean the dishes in
Yeah,
between.
exactly. And just like talking, listening to music, but at the same time sharing. It's all about sharing.
Yep. Yep. I think it's one of the reasons that I personally really want a kitchen that is like, the
Open.
kitchen is the most yes, it for me the kitchen is the most important part of the house. I don't know why. Like, that is always how I felt. Like, I want it to be where everybody gathers.
Yeah,
I want it to be where you come do your homework while I'm cooking and tell me about how awful school was.
that's what
And
I
I will
did
tell you
when I
and
was
I will
younger.
tell you exactly, and I'll tell you that you're right, school sucks, but you don't have a choice.
Yeah,
Maybe. And then we'll laugh about it. Or I'll be like, do you want to quit? Let's quit together. I'll quit my job. Joke around.
yeah. That's
That's what the
the
kitchen is for.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And that's very funny that we have like the same view and experiences about like the kitchen time, you know?
And it's not like, it's different than saying we're watching TV as a family.
Oh yeah.
When you're watching TV as a family, you're not talking.
Mm.
You're watching TV.
Yeah,
That
because
is all
if
you're
you
doing.
if you're talking during like while you're watching a movie, no,
Family time, family time, but everybody's sitting and watching a show.
no.
Yes, you get to sit together, but
But
what
you're
are you
not
learning about
sharing.
each other?
Yeah.
Exactly. And so I'm like, I think I grew up loving the kitchen, and how somehow, somewhere, every time everybody will kind of find their way at the kitchen counter, laughing, joking, be like, okay, I'm gonna do the dishes. And that's the other thing. Like, after you eat, we will do the dishes.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. But during that time, you're not just standing there in silence. Sometimes we will have music and we're like dancing. A task that should take you 5, 10 minutes, you're doing dishes for the next hour, okay? Because you're
Mhm.
having a concert, a
Exactly.
dance battle, a whole fight about this is the best dessert. It has become a whole production.
Yeah.
It is no longer just food.
Yeah. No, I agree. I completely agree. And the thing is we basically Christmas time, the thing that we do is like we make like the Christmas cookies and
Yeah,
my mother always putting like Christmas music and my sister and I with like Christmas sweaters, just dancing. Not most of the time we put music and we just talk like, you know, dancing, well, whatever we want to do. If we want to talk, we will talk. If we want to dance, we'll dance. Or sometimes we'll just like do a concert.
I think food is good to eat, but like the process of making that food and what it means to share it is like, is a lost culture in a fast paced world.
Yeah. And in a to go country. I mean, the thing that I think that will just like stay with me until I die is the guy that I was like in law school and the guy took his car to grab some food. Okay, but literally the drive is like 5 minutes because you have to go around and whatever. The walk is 2 minutes. I'm not even joking. But why? Why are you not walking? There is like this thing about like You have a car, you're going to use your car every time. You have legs.
See, walking is such a drag. We don't like that. I don't walk when I know I'm going to go grocery shopping,
No, that's different.
because that's a whole I'm weak, okay? I'm like, bro, I won't carry nothing. But I will, if it's like it's right there, because I grew up doing that.
Yeah.
Like my mom will be we like we'll have like little pop shop, I don't know, like corner stores or pop
Okay.
shops, I don't know,
Yeah.
kind of vibe. And so sometimes you will walk there because mom needs some kind of ingredient that
Yeah.
just ran out of the house. So you're walking a little 5 minutes, 6 minutes, sometimes a little bit more, because you went to the first one that didn't have it and they told you the next one might have it.
And I mean, it's good
This
for your body to walk also. If you're sitting in your car and you're sitting all day because you are like that guy was in law school, so basically all we do is sitting.
if somebody works on their feet all day, I get why they will use their car.
Of course, I understand, but come on.
You have been found guilty. You should have
Calm
walked.
down. I'm not judging him. I'm judging the situation because maybe he has like a health problem, whatever. He cannot walk. I don't know.
Maybe we should invite him, so he can defend his decision.
But no, but I just took this example because it's the one that like um just talked to me the most. And
No,
but
yeah.
I have like so many examples like that, and basically it's like everyone. I was going to hike, okay, and when I came back from hiking, uh
I was about to be like, why were you in the woods?
hiking, and I came back from my hike and people were like, "What are you what where were you?" And I was like they were like, "Were you at the gym?" And I was like, "No, I went hiking." "Where?" "Like the woods 5 minutes away from the law school." And they were like, "How did you get there?" And I was like, "I walked to hike." And they were like,
Mhm.
"Oh wow, that's a lot." And I was like, "Oh my god." It's like
I
5 minutes away and you want me to take like an Uber? I don't have a car. Hello. And even if I had a car, I would have walked.
we have any? Let's do a little personal reflection and consider a couple questions that you guys may have. Our first question.
Um, okay. Um, the first question was what you miss the most, like an aspect from your home country that you miss,
Okay, okay.
and what you've come to appreciate about the US.
Oh, can I answer that question?
Yeah?
I miss the food.
Yeah.
We just talked about food. The things I crave sometimes and want to cry about because I can't have them is insane.
Yeah.
And I will say the majority of the things, it's mostly the flavors.
Yeah.
Like there are specific flavors that I'm like, ugh, this is what I need right now. At this time, this is what will pick me up. But one thing I have come to appreciate about the United States, it is gonna be an interesting thing, but it's the intentionality they put into shaping education.
Okay.
Let me I should explain that. I was having a conversation the other day at work, and we were talking, this lady, she used to be a dentist in a different country. She's coming here, wants to go back to dentistry, but she needs to go back to school. But for before she does that, she needs the experience of working in the industry here in the United States.
Okay.
And we were talking about how, this is kind of in the Congo, like in France, like in the rest of the world, you finish high school and you get to go directly into your field of study, whether it's law, medicine, whatever. You don't do bachelor's.
Mm-hmm.
There's no bachelor degree. But I also was thinking about it after that conversation, and I was like, these kind of experiences, I'm not saying that we need the bachelor degree. Please don't get me wrong. I really don't think that's necessary. I think you should need the experience. And that experience shapes you into understanding more of your workplace flow.
Yeah.
Meaning you are going into a field where you understand the background, like how things get set up, how things get like together before you get there. So like whether it's if the receptionist start an office, like what do they do? Or if somebody else, the nurse is there, what does she do? Like you get to have that clear understanding of everybody's work,
Yeah.
and even develop an appreciation and value for them instead of just jumping in and becoming a doctor. And you're like, oh, without the background information, you may be like, oh, what do these people do, and not deeply appreciate their hard work.
Mm-hmm.
That is the one thing I realized. I was like, if you take out the bachelor parts and make me take an experience for 1 year, and then I get to go directly into whatever I want, I would do that. That sounds good to me. Just remove bachelor,
Yeah.
but it's the intentionality of teaching you the background of what you want to become, because it makes a difference in how you become who you become.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So those are my two things.
Okay.
How about you?
Uh, well, I miss the same thing, the food. Like the food in my family, obviously. Like the cheese. Oh my God.
There we go.
You
Yes.
know?
Yeah.
Like for
Yeah.
example, the fact that you can like have your groceries delivered on like certain apps um at
DoorDash, Instacart. Yeah.
yeah, at like whatever time you want. In France, we don't have that. You have like certain hours. The fact that you can do your grocery shopping at like 10 p.m., and I just love that because I don't like being surrounded by a lot of noise. So being able to do that at that time is like a huge help for me.
I've been doing my groceries early in the morning because there's nobody in stores.
See? And I know that the people that are working in like the grocery stores, it's like a lot of work for them. But thank you, like really, I will thank them for doing that that late. And like the last time that I did my grocery at like 10, I thanked that person. I was like, thank you for being here because it's like a huge help for me because the noise, like it's too much for me.
One thing I appreciate is Chick-fil-A.
Ew. I'm
You don't like
vegetarian.
Chick-fil-A?
I'm vegetarian.
Well, yeah, yeah, Chick-fil-A. Moving on.
The
Guys, this is now the moment we've all been waiting for. Strawberry words of wisdom.
woohoo. Yeah, so my final thought about that is that we have different cultures, different social manners, like interactions, um,
Mm-hmm.
way to live, way to cook, way to drive, like work, transportation, the food, the community, the family. We have differences. We have
Mm-hmm.
stereotypes on like either the French people, the Congolese people, or the Americans people. But there is no, for me, and for us, I want to emphasize that neither culture is better. We're just different. And I think that that's the most beautiful thing in the world is that we are different people coming from different culture, and that the
Mm-hmm.
mix of that makes a better world if you are capable of embracing that. So living in a new place will not only provide you like new opportunities for your life, for your job, for everything, but it will provide you invaluable like perspective. Open your mind, be open to the people, and just being thankful for where you are. That's my thoughts.
Yeah. And if it feels like we are not necessarily criticizing the American culture, I think the perspective at which we're coming from is from our cultures and experiencing the American cultures. But I'm sure there is a lot of things that we can take from how now American culture and say, yeah, the other part of our culture needs that. So we can make a whole episode about that as well.
Yeah, I mean, the two are also possible.
Hmm.
As French people, we are snob, and that's okay. Made my peace with it.
I love that. Yeah, I love that. That is amazing. Yes.
Guys, just we wanted to thank you for listening, for tuning in, and subscribe to our TikTok, Instagram, the Spotify.
We are getting our TikTok together, okay?
Yeah,
There is a plan. We just need
something is
action.
coming. We just need time. Promise.
Exactly. But thank you guys for listening.
I mean, you can ask us questions on Instagram, leave a review, you can share the episode, give a thumbs up, and let us know what you think about it.
Repost.
But thank you guys so much for listening. It was
Mango.
and strawberry. Des
Et
bisous
nous vous...
fruités.
Bye.